Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Genie at Reborn13 posting this chart XRP. I'll let the chart do the speaking. It's go time, my friends. Now, yesterday we saw a full-out collapse of the crypto space. XRP going below even 60 cents, hovering dangerously low. And I know, I'm not gonna lie, I saw the sentiment in the crypto space kind of change for the worst. It was already not great leading up to yesterday, but change for the worst yesterday when the bottom just kind of fell out of all these price levels on many different cryptocurrencies. I mean, it wasn't just XRP. But this is what Reborn13 posted here, okay? A bullish pennant on the overall XRP chart, drawing some trend lines here, demonstrating that we are finding some new resistance here and that this is all par for the course. So I drew out the trend lines here on the XRP chart just to kind of give you a sense of what Reborn is looking at here. Again, guys, I'm maintaining that we are ranging right now. Picking one particular price, it's kind of hard to say this is the price. If we stay above it, we're good. If we go below it, we're not so good. I know I did that in the past. I mean, maybe I should have said this is contingent on the overall cryptocurrency market, which I will get to in a sec. And so, these resistance levels are fairly significant. As you guys can see, we have rebounded quite significantly. Let me put XRP here on the hourly just to show you guys. It looks like a V bottom recovery, at least so far, right out of that range here. And you guys can see we dipped just below this trend line here that I just drew. So dipped right back down to just about 50 cents, just over 50 cents. Came back up, formed a double bottom. Again, this is on the hourly, so this is on the micro time frame. Double bottom and now back up. XRP did reach a high of about 66 cents, and now it's trading at around 63.5 cents. So why is this significant? Well, we also have to look at the story that's going on in Bitcoin world. The exact same thing happened for Bitcoin, going below, hitting that $29,000 level. And so this is significant because Bitcoin, here, let me just zoom out on Bitcoin and put it on the daily for you guys to see. This is significant because Bitcoin clearly still dictating where the market's going. I'm putting a horizontal line here just to kind of demonstrate where we were back in January of 2021. Right over here, okay, finding that bottom right over here, just under 29,000, 28,800, give or take. We did see a very scary drop when we initially were witnessing this crash of about just about $30,000. Then we were ranging, we came up as high as 41,200. Then yesterday came right back down to these levels. So Bitcoin, the good news, guys, Bitcoin still holding this level. It is taking a toll on the rest of the cryptocurrency market, XRP included, and so XRP, unfortunately, went below that 80-cent level, but the good news for XRP, it is still maintaining this range here that we've seen, and again, these ranges, very, very wide ranges of resistance right in here, so anywhere between a low of about 45 cents to a high of about 79 cents or 80 cents. Okay, we were seeing it there, and we're seeing this range here as well, before XRP price just kind of shot out of there. So these are the ranges. These are the trading ranges, the ranges of resistance that we saw XRP kind of trade in before that big move up. Okay, and we are right in there right now. Okay, we are trading right in around here. We saw V-bottom come out of that. And compared to Bitcoin, Bitcoin still holding that $30,000, $29,000, $30,000 price point. So everything is seeming to jive at this moment in time. Now, you ask me, well, when will you be bearish, Working Money Channel? Are you ever bearish? You always sound so darn happy. Well, I'm going to give you guys a case scenario for bearishness. We trend, boom, okay, we hit this level again. Maybe we go up, we hit this level again. Maybe we go up, we hit this level again. And then we cannot make higher highs, go below this level. At this point, I'm bearish, guys. I think $30,000 for Bitcoin is that last level. Now, I'm not talking about wicking down below this level. I'm talking about closing, multiple daily closes. Let's say Bitcoin closes down here and then finds some support roughly in and around this area, right in around here. So I'll circle that real quick for you guys, and I will throw another rectangle on there. If we get down to around here, let's say, and Bitcoin decides, okay, that's it for 30,000. Now I'm going to hover in and around here, which is anywhere between 21,800 and 24,300. I think we're bearish. Unfortunately, I think that is just the way it is. But the other thing we got to remember is that, altcoins really haven't taken off yet. And so there's a lot here on the chart to suggest we won't do this. Now, it's not to say that it's impossible, but chances are we will not do this. We still haven't seen altcoins rally. We really still haven't seen Bitcoin try to retrace up to its all-time high, right up here, 65,000 give or take. So I mean, this is a possibility, but chances are there is still one more leg up for Bitcoin. Altcoins still have to rally. These are all positive things when we take a look at the entire picture of the market. So stay positive, guys. I know XRP price probably a little lower than you want it to be at this point. For those of you guys continuing to accumulate, did you get in? Were your buy orders filled? If so, let me know down in the comments section. Guys, I saw this from Matthew Liny. Deutsche Bank re-enters payment space in joint venture with Fiserv. So big news here for Deutsche Bank. Fiserv, Deutsche Bank has signed a deal with US-based payments provider Fiserv to relaunch its payments business and help its customers accept and send payments in person and digitally as well. So the bank has exited the business around a decade back by selling to the EVO payments, as it had felt that the business was no longer viable and highly risky as it was used for gambling and financial crime. But as we have been saying many times over to the last couple of months, the payment business is back in vogue and is expected to grow in a very large manner all around the world in the coming months. And they're attributing a lot of this, guys, to the pandemic. Here's a quote by contributing Fiserv Payment Solutions with our banking products. We will enable to deliver accounts, payment solutions, and banking services to our SMEs. This coming from Stefan Hoops, head of corporate bank at Deutsche Bank. Today, no other provider of such services in Germany can offer this in-depth combination of acceptance solutions with banking services, being a true one-stop shop for our clients. Now, Fiserv not a direct Ripple partner, and Matthew Liny did correct himself down here with regards to this. Fiserv to offer global ACH payments through partnership with Earthport. This from way back in May of 2012. And at that time, Earthport was not integrated with RippleNet. However, by 2015, Earthport had indeed integrated with RippleNet. And I think it's 2015. I don't have the article up right here, but we do know Earthport is integrated with RippleNet. So anything happening after 2015 that has to do with Earthport would indeed be running on Ripple. So Fiserv indirectly a partner with Ripple, and now Deutsche Bank re-enters the payment space in a joint venture with Fiserv. So wanted to thank Matthew Liny for pointing us to that. Guys, we also have this from Wrath of Kahneman. This is big. A recent article in the Baltic Journal of Economics claims that several Ukrainian banks are planning to connect to Ripple technology. Further, they note Ripple is already actively used by 3 Western banks. So this is a document here, a PDF, directly from their website. You can download it here. I will link this tweet in the description. Wrath of Kahneman just highlighting this main point, though. Several Ukrainian banks are also planning to connect to Ripple technology. This technology is focused on financial institutions and is already actively used in 3 Western banks. So it looks like the country of Ukraine is looking to run on Ripple. Now, I mean, the Ukraine, not a huge economic hub, but it does speak volumes when multiple banks in one country decide, let's go this way, let's run on this technology that we know, ISO 20022 compatible. We're going to have to get on that standard in the future anyway, so let's just get ready. Wrath of Kahneman also posting here that the authors of this paper published this journal this year, so published this article in this journal in 2021. Great news there from the Wrath of Kahneman. Let me just remind you guys that relatively recently, there was a consortium of banks in Italy that did something similar, integrated technology that does run on Ripple as well. So, you know, large swaths of banking institutions around the world deciding to jump on board with RippleNet technology. Great news here. I got another one from Matthew Liny. HQLAX now runs on Corda and can settle with XRP. So JP Morgan invests in blockchain collateral platform HQLAX. And these guys do have the capability of settling through XRP. The blockchain solution digitizes collateral sitting with a custodian using the HQLAX digital collateral registry. By digitizing the process, settlement is significantly faster and doesn't require the collateral to move from the original custodian. This enables banks to trade high-quality liquid assets, or HQLAs, with intraday settlement. It's not an entirely decentralized process, with Deutsche acting as a trusted third party between the custodians and the digital collateral registry. Money is saved by optimizing the collateral management process. Now, just to clarify here, R3 Corda I know that it is also well known that they do use XDC or will be using XDC in some of their processes. As per people reminding Matthew down here, why use XRP when they can use XDC? And then Belta loaded down here saying, the XRP community, they make me laugh when they connect R3 to XRP. R3 is using XDC. It has an official deal with them. R3, we have to remember, is a large platform that has many different working parts. And yes, one of those parts can settle with XRP. So this was an article from just back in 2019. Just wanted to bring this up because I think this is poignant. So just over here, another competitor in the blockchain payments world I've written about regularly is Ripple. Both are thereby targeting centralized payment messaging through SWIFT, again from 2019. IBM and Ripple, however, are not the only players in the blockchain payments world. Late last year, R3 launched its new core-to-settler platform using Ripple's XRP. So again, guys, this was back from 2019. Let's fast forward to December 2020, in and around the time that the SEC coincidentally announced their lawsuit against Ripple. Well, the SEC legal papers reveal that R3 Ripple settlement was more than $240 million. So it is definitely documented here. Ripple and enterprise blockchain firm R3 were previously involved in litigation over an options agreement that granted R3 the right to buy 5 billion XRP. A critical detail about the confidential settlement reached in September of 2018 was leaked in SEC legal papers filed against Ripple on Tuesday. So this just kind of a side note here that R3 was buying up to 5 billion XRP, or rather had the right to buy up to 5 billion XRP with Ripple. So they definitely were, at least at that time, and that was just around the time of the lawsuit. They definitely were using XRP to settle and have the capability to. I'm not saying, and nor is Matthew LANY suggesting here that R3 is definitely using XRP, but it is important to note. So I do wanted to thank Matthew LANY for pointing that out. Guys, we also have this from T-Hole Betic XRP, and this is with regards to Brac Bank. So Brac Bank partners with 5 new remittance exchanges, and they're doing this to channel wage earners' remittances through its countrywide network. The new remittance partners are KL Remit Exchange, CBL Money Transfer, Crown Agents, Hamden Exchange, and Global Money Exchange Company, and those are all located in different countries. Earlier, the bank has obtained permission from Bangladesh Bank. As per the regulatory guideline, wage earner remittances is an important driver of our economy and also a major contributor to the nation's foreign currency reserve. This coming from Mehu Islam, head of retail banking at Brac Bank. He goes on to say, Brac Bank is committed to enhancing our remittance ecosystem. With the new partners, we believe that the Bangladeshi diaspora will be able to send wage remittances at their comfort and convenience. So some new partnerships there. Down here, just wanted to mention, in addition, as part of the digital transformation, and this was announced earlier this year, Brac Bank has recently partnered with Ripple, the bank said in a statement. So RippleNet continuing to permeate Southeast Asia, and great to know that their partner, Brac Bank, has now partnered with 5 new remittance exchange companies. Huge news there. Thanks so much to T-Hole Betic for posting that. Guys, we also have this from the Wrath of Kahneman. Ripple Integrated TCS Quartz has updated their literature reflecting its 3-year development. What stands out is that it can be built on Corda, HL, and ETH solutions, even connecting them to SWIFT. But there's only one payment network called out, guys, and it is Ripple. So will they be using Ripple for payments? Well, here is the document if you guys are interested. It's only about 4 pages long, so not terribly long, and it is a standalone PDF linked right here in Wrath of Kahneman's tweet. So I will link this tweet in the description if you guys are interested to read further. Here's just a screen grab from that demonstrating, business users, developers, and the blockchain ecosystem administrators, just demonstrating kind of how the workflow is going to run. Now, blockchain technologies, and so choice of platforms, of course, Hyperledger, R3 Corda, and Ethereum. So a bit of a different workflow here. I'm not going to go over all of this. As you guys can see, though, Swift over here, FIX, and their messaging network with their existing ecosystems can run through this. It goes through this process, and then finally over here we can see the Quartz Gateway or the Quartz Command Center with blockchain ecosystems, the Ripple network mentioned here for payments, or industry consortia ecosystems. But Ripple, as per the Wrath of Kahneman's comment here, Ripple, the only payment system called out here. He goes on to say, TCS was also recently asked by their Inter-American Developmental Bank, IDB, to be one of the platforms building a blockchain ecosystem for the LA Chain Initiative across Latin America and the Caribbean. So some more information if you guys are interested in that. Wanted to thank the Wrath of Kahneman for posting that. And so all these developments with external parties, private companies performing payment services for their customers. We also have to remember, of course, guys, the central banks, and this was from last month, but I wanted to bring it up again just to remind you guys, Klaus knows what's up. Well, sort of. Ripple liquidity, kind of a funny way to describe it. This was just a PDF coming from centralbanking.com. Again, it is linked in this tweet here, but Klaus Martin Lober, he is the head of oversight of the European Central Bank. In this function, he is in charge of the oversight of financial markets, infrastructures, payment systems, central securities, depositories, and central counterparties, as well as payment instruments and schemes, such as card payment schemes, credit transfers, direct debits, or e-money schemes. His area of responsibility encompasses the ECB's EU and global regulatory policy activities, with a focus on the safety and efficiency of payments and market infrastructures, including risk management and cyber resilience. So just a little bit about him. And down here, guys, again, this PDF is linked in this tweet thread. Talks about Ripple liquidity, use of crypto assets as bridge currency, Ripple liquidity alternatives based on DLT and CLS net. So central banks definitely interested in this, on top of all the private companies that have been integrating with RippleNet in one way, shape, or form, either directly or indirectly. Now, with regards to crypto clarity, especially in the United States, guys, we also have this from DJ Peter Vass. Biden nominee for Treasury Department will prioritize crypto regulation. So what's going on here? This is brand new, just coming out within the last day. Brian Nelson said he would push for implementation of the Anti-Money Laundering Act of 2020, including new regulations around cryptocurrency. So this coming right from the Biden administration, President Joe Biden's nominee, Brian Nelson, nominee under Secretary of the Treasury Department's Division on Terrorism and Financial Crimes, said he would prioritize implementing new regulations around cryptocurrency. In a Tuesday hearing of the Senate Committee on Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs, Nelson said he would be focusing on anti-money laundering regulations if he were to be confirmed for the position in the Treasury Department's Terrorism and Financial Intelligence arm, adding that cryptocurrency would be a particular priority. Responding to questions from Nevada Senator Catherine Cortez Masto regarding the damage done by crypto heists, Nelson said that the Anti-Money Laundering Act of 2020 reflected expanded regulators' ability to prevent cryptocurrencies from undermining existing laws. However, he implied that the creation of crypto was also part of a responsible innovation in the United States, guys. And I think that this point here, whether he becomes sworn in or not, I think should resonate for many politicians. At this point in time, cryptocurrency should be seen as that innovative tool in order to further the United States economy and kind of push the United States into the 21st century with regards to financial payments. It should not be looked at as just that thing that thieves use to launder money. I think that that's so 2017. I'm still kind of surprised that, some politicians don't understand this. He goes on to say, if I'm confirmed, I will prioritizing implementing the pieces of that legislation, including new regulations around cryptocurrency. I think that legislation provided new authorities or clarified the law that cryptocurrencies or currency in whatever form, be it virtual or fiat, is covered by the Bank Secrecy Act. So this coming from Brian Nelson, if he were to be confirmed, looking to really kind of hammer down cryptocurrency regulatory clarity for responsible innovation, as he mentions right here. That's important because the rest of the world has already jumped on board. The United States needs to follow. This from Real XRP Boy here, guys, with regards to the CFTC. So this is with regards to the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. Don knows what's up. Well, sort of. And here he's referring to Don DeBerry Stump, a commissioner at the CFTC. Now, we know Gary Gensler used to be at the CFTC. Now he's at the SEC. And, there's been this kind of discourse revolving around cryptocurrencies. Is it under the authority of the SEC or the CFTC? Now, here's a statement specifically from the CFTC. I believe it was from a couple of months ago, but I think it's interesting how they are also looking at the XRP lawsuit in court right now with the SEC. So this says, there is one final development I want to mention before ending my remarks, litigation involving XRP. As you may know, the SEC recently charged Ripple and two executives with engaging in an illegal securities offering, etc., etc. I'm not going to go into those details. The question of whether XRP is a security will be crucial. XRP is similar to Bitcoin and other digital assets, but also different in key respects, which prompted the SEC's investigation. Bitcoin was an open software project launched by a synonymous creator, namely Satoshi Nakamoto, while XRP was created, sold initially, and backed by a company known as Ripple. So here's what Don DeBerry Stump says: I am watching the outcome of this case closely because it will help to establish the scope of the SEC's authority in the digital asset space. In this regard, I would like to draw your attention to the important work that has been done by SEC Commissioner Hester Peirce in a number of speeches that I would encourage you to read. She has addressed the application of the Howey test to digital assets. This test refers to the Supreme Court's case, SEC versus Howey, as we all know, which provides the framework for determining whether certain assets are securities. She goes on talking about Hester Peirce's safe harbor, 3-year safe harbor framework that she proposed. Down here, I look forward to working both with Commissioner Peirce and incoming SEC Chairman Gary Gensler and other commissioners at the SEC and CFTC in order to apply the agency's authority to develop meaningful regulatory clarity. And again, guys, this is linked right here, cftc.gov, an official statement from the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. So these guys are all eyeing this case, a very, very important case. As we all know, it really is going to set the precedent for how the United States is going to act moving forward with regards to all the cryptocurrencies in the space. Yes, all of the cryptocurrencies, all 10,586 of them, and it seems like this number just keeps growing and growing and growing every single day. More companies creating cryptocurrencies every single day to ride the craze, and we see this every single bull market. These new cryptos just kind of appear, poof, out of nowhere, and people buy them. Shiba Coin, Doge Inu, Elon Seaman or whatever. Everybody goes crazy and just jumps on, FOMO's in, and many of these cryptocurrencies are garbage. 99% will fall to the wayside. And so isn't that just in itself very telling on where we are with Ripple and XRP in court today? This being the quintessential case to make the CFTC, the SEC, kind of roll up their sleeves and be like, okay, here's what we have to do now. This is the big fish, guys. This is where decisions are going to be made. And so with regards to that lawsuit, this from BondCrypt XRP, SEC objects to Ripple's deposition subpoena for former official. And a lot of us in the XRP community are speculating, is this Jay Clayton? Is he the former official? Ripple wants to question a former SEC official under oath, and the SEC is completely against it. So let me read you guys this. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is planning to file a motion by June 24th to quash the deposition subpoena served by Ripple on a former SEC official. Now, this has to be served by tomorrow. The official schedule for motion is listed below, and so you guys have a copy of that if you want to read that. Right over here on June 24th, 2021, the SEC would file a letter motion to not exceed 8 pages. On July 1st, defendants would oppose the SEC's motion in a letter brief not to exceed 8 pages. On July 8th, the SEC would file its reply to further support of the motion in a letter brief not to exceed 4 pages. So those are just the dates outlined here, but they want to file a motion to quash a deposition subpoena served by Ripple to be able to talk to a former SEC employee, and especially when they say, somebody who used to work at the SEC, clearly somebody who's not there today. What does that make you think, right? The said motion scheduled to be filed by the SEC comes due to the disagreement between the two parties, of course. Netburn would decide whether Ripple gets to question the former SEC official, currently unknown, or not. Kind of cheeky. The SEC versus Ripple case has come a long way over the past 6 months. While both parties want to take a moral high ground, it is far from over. There have been several twists and turns in this case, with many hearings going in favor of Ripple and few others. SEC seemed to have an upper hand. At one point, it also seemed as if the SEC would take the settlement route. Now, we still haven't heard about a settlement, but Ripple's attorneys definitely want to question somebody associated with this case, somebody who is no longer at the SEC. Could it be Jay Clayton? I mean, it makes sense, right? Jay Clayton, the one who came down on Ripple right before he left, literally the day before he left, the day before he stepped down. So it's got a lot of people in the XRP community wondering. And the other reason why, there's a lot of reasons why, but could this also be a reason why we all think it's Jay Clayton? But could this also be a reason why we think it's Jay Clayton? Now, back in November of 2020, yes, before the lawsuit was even mentioned, Jay Clayton was on the record discussing this. Now, I gotta say, Real XRP Boy here posted this on Twitter. I thought this was hilariously ironic. Again, guys, this from November of 2020, when Jay Clayton was still sitting as the commissioner of the SEC. Listen to this.
At the Share Class Disclosure Initiative, what we tried to do was efficiently deal with. What we saw was a widespread practice that was inconsistent with law. But, Senator, these are all facts and circumstances situations. And I understand that some people felt that they were within the bounds of the law when we felt they were not. I'm hopeful that that there's been clarity brought to this, more clarity brought to this. But I'm also comfortable that the Enforcement Division pursued this believing and having that belief based on rigorous analysis that they were on the right side of the law. But I very much take your point that we should not, use ambiguities or uncertainties in the law to our advantage.
Not use ambiguities or uncertainties in the law to our advantage. Guys, you can't make this stuff up. Again, this is Jay Clayton from November of 2020, while he was still at the SEC, saying that, ambiguities, are bad. We shouldn't be using that to our advantage. And Real XRP Boy just pointing out the obvious here. I thought this was hilariously ironic, considering just a month later, Jay Clayton was the one to set forth a lawsuit suing Ripple and thwarting the exchange of XRP throughout the United States of America. So did he let the cat out of the bag? Has he already shown his hand back in November of 2020? Basically stating, you know what, the SEC shouldn't be doing this. And so if Ripple's attorneys do indeed end up questioning Jay Clayton, and he lies under oath during deposition, how will this look for him? I think you've been caught red-handed, buddy. Anyway, that's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.